Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Solo TV 84. I'm your gracious host, Solomon Jones, here with a special guest, my CPA. CPA, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, it's Brianna Jones. What's up?
Hey, for those who don't know, Brianna, you are a CPA, right? You were here last week and we got you on this week. So for those who don't know you, tell them a little bit about you. Don't be shy. You were just talking a lot of smack about how you be crossing dudes over, breaking dudes' ankles at the YMCA.
I do a little something. Okay. My name's Brianna Thomas. I'm a former college basketball player and I'm now a CPA. And oh god, not my Insta. um right now I'm a CPA. I'm expanding into the financial advising field officially, and I'm also like huge into crypto, so I do a lot of things in the financial space, and I'm just looking to grow, expand, learn from like-minded people, and share the knowledge.
All right, and for those who want to follow Brianna, her Instagram is right up there. And we got a special show for you guys today, the best places to move. Today, this is going to be not just city, like I've done a show on that before, but country. And before we get into that, we, of course, are going to, talk about the sentiment of the market and also some analysis of the market as well. And so the fear to greed index today is at a 73. That is a very good sign. People are still feeling bullish, even though there hasn't been really a lot going on. There's just been a lot of sideways action, a lot of consolidation, a lot of corrections. Shiba Inu has corrected hard. Bitcoin hasn't really done a lot. Ethereum is still hovering strong. Solana is still doing well. XRP has gone up. Um, Brianna, what's your take on SHIB dipping hard today? What's your take on that? I know you're a SHIB hodler. How do you feel? What's your sentiment regarding SHIB today?
I think that it was kind of expected. I think what we're seeing is like a lot of retail traders are moving their funds from SHIB into other speculative investments. And also there was like a report that that large wallet that has like billions of dollars worth of SHIB just started to disperse it into smaller wallets. So that's kind of like a sign that that person may be ready to sell. So that might have scared some people. Um, I'm not gonna
I
lie.
mean, can you blame him? We
I
got
mean, right, he's gonna
5.7
have to cash
billion.
out at some point. So I'm not. I mean, if that was me, you know what I'm saying, I might have cashed out
Facts. Well,
already.
you know what I heard, Brianna? I heard that if that person sells their whole like hodlings, it would put Shiba Inu at like negative 99.99%. It would wreck it.
Hold on. So if they have 4 billion, well, yeah, because market cap isn't like the actual physical money that's in there. So if they take 4 billion out of like a 20 something billion, yeah, that would be pretty bad. So I'm hoping that person is nice and that they're gracious as they sell,
We
and that
got
they do it
we
in
got your
small
aunt in the
pieces.
building. Hey yo, is this Auntie Kira?
Yes, that's
Yo,
anti.
Auntie Kira, why don't you follow me yet? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like hello. I'm just joking. It's just jokes. Shout out to Jalen Amanda Storm. Sorry, Brianna. I just had to holler at your aunt real quick. But you were saying?
Yeah, so I hope that person is gracious enough to sell in small bits and they don't, take us all out of the game, because like I said, I don't think we're anywhere near where Sheep is gonna go. My other thoughts are I do think Robinhood is gonna list it. My reason for thinking that is because when their CEO was interviewed about it, he mentioned something, he evaded the question and he said something about safety. And I think a lot of people took that to mean that Sheeb is not a safe investment, but I took it a little different. I think what he actually meant was that they wanted their systems to be safe and secure, so that the way that last week when Sheeb crashed the internet and all the apps were down, that Robinhood wants to prepare for that, and they want to make sure that they have enough tech, enough support to support all the transactions that are going to come through. So that's what I think he meant by safety, and I do believe they're going to list. When that's this month, December, January, I don't know, but I do believe they're still going to list, and we still have a little more room to grow.
Yeah, there have been rumors that SHIB is supposed to be listing in next month. I originally thought it was going to list in September, but Excuse me, I just hit my Perrier, my water. If they don't list in the first week of December, Robinhood is going to miss out on some crazy profits.
Yeah,
So I think it's going to happen soon. But for me personally, I'm not worried. Like I was telling you, I've been buying the dips. I actually got some good dips today that I copped, so I'm happy with it. And if it shakes out weak hands, so be it. Because at the end of the day, I think, as you said, we all know that this run is far from over, right?
right.
So I think it's a consolidation phase. C3 says in the chat, Robinhood is inevitable. The CEO wants that Christmas bonus this year. Stop playing facts. Facts. You know damn right the CEO wants to get a Lambo. I'm not blaming him. You know what I'm saying?
Lambo. He's looking at McLaren. He's looking at everything. Might get a
Exactly.
jet.
Exactly. Now we have some trending coins. A lot of meme coins are trending. Now I heard a rumor, and shout out to the crypto conglomerate in our group, that people are moving their Shiba Inu profits to Doge and Floki. I don't know. Floki is part of the meme coin family, I guess. And I was looking at it. It's got some good tokenomics for a meme coin. Are you familiar with Floki Inu at all? Do you have some? What's your take on that rumor? Or do you think people are just cashing out because they're of that whale moving his thing bag, and so they're worried that he might be cashing out, so people are panicking?
I think it's a combination of both. I think, some people are cashing out, to see how things go with Sheeb, to see if the price is going to drop a little more before they buy back in. And then I personally, I have a little bit of Floki. I actually bought in like within the last week. So I'm not like huge in there, but I do believe they have some upside. So I'm definitely in there to take advantage of that upside. But I haven't moved my Sheeb profits into Floki. But I do think that a lot of people are doing things like that. I know that a lot of the cat coins, a lot of the anything animal related coins are kind of popping off, So I think that's where a lot of the funds are going.
These are the same emotions and methods happen with Doge. Nothing new under the sun. Should millionaire? Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of like playing chicken, right?
Hmm.
For and a lot of people right now are getting out the way. So there's a lot of coins and whatnot. And here's the thing, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. You know what I'm saying? So this isn't financial advice. And even with Brianna, even though she's a CPA, she can't. Since y'all ain't hire her, she can give you some guidelines, right?
Right.
But she can't tell you what to do. Be careful, of course. Um, and I think, Brianna, looking into this, right? Now, let's go to the Daily Hodl. They're talking about crypto traders wrong about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoin bull cycle, says Raul Paul. Here's when it may end. So, for those who don't know, Raul Paul is a CEO of Real Vision. And he's basically saying that markets are all about psychology. I totally agree with that. And if everyone expects something to happen, it won't happen. I totally agree with that. So everybody's kind of got their heads that the cycle ends in December because that's what it did in 13 and that's what it did in 17. My guess is that we probably have a sell off, then it rips again because that is the path of most pain, and markets tend to take the path of most pain. What's your take on what Raul Powell says, Brianna? Do you agree that we all expect the market to end at a certain time, but he's saying that everybody's wrong because nobody can really time the market as people think they can?
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of theories out there about continuation into next year. So I believe what he says about the emotional aspect of trading and that expectation, like we're always going to be wrong because it's either going to be better or worse than we expect. And that's just kind of how it works. Like we can't, if everyone was able to time and predict the market, everybody would be rich. So obviously there's some truth to what he's saying. And me, myself, I'm hoping for continuation. It's kind of like I'm in between. I'm hoping for continuation, but I kind of just want the heightened emotions and the anxiety to kind of alleviate. And if that happened sooner in December, I wouldn't be mad. But either
That,
way, I'm just
that's why you got to be on that basketball court, draining them threes. You know what I'm saying? Working on your post game, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Facts. I mean,
yeah. My knees are
just
kind of
think.
holding me back right now, but I'm gonna try to slip back on the court soon.
Your knees. Okay. Okay.
Solo,
All
don't do
right.
that because we can, we can
Hey,
go.
listen. I know I'm out of b-ball shape, but I'm pretty sure if you give me like 6 months, I'd cross you
Six
over. You know?
months.
Yeah,
I
6 months, man.
need
I got old
you.
man knees. I got old knees too. Like, what are you talking about? I got places that hurt that I didn't even know existed.
So you can't go around challenging folks and need in 6 months. You gotta
I
give
mean,
me.
you live in Indiana. I live in Minneapolis. Where we going to play in the snow?
There's gyms, nice warm
Get
gyms. Just
out of here, man. I play outside, man. I'm a street hooper. I only play outside.
see,
I
that's
don't
why
play.
your knees are worse. See, my knees won't even stand up on outside court.
You know what I mean? But that's why you can't play on no concrete court. You know, in my city, they got nice courts in these neighborhoods that are very nice. You know what I'm saying? A Karen might call the police on you though, because they used to see him play.
See.
Anyway, guys, these are just jokes. Um, my guess is that we probably have a sell off and then it rips again. Okay, so this is what I think, Brianna. So last time we spoke, and we both agreed that there's going to be like a little, a crash or a dip, right? But I
Mhm,
could see a major sell off happening maybe at the end of December because everybody's going to be taking profits. But
mhm,
then I think that people are still going to be buying in because I think mass adoption is going to happen at such a high rate that when coins get back to a certain price point, institutions and retail are just going to want to jump in because once a major sell off happens, let's say like 40, 50%, people are going to be like, yeah, let me get it. And then I think it's just, as I said last time, right? I think this cycle will definitely continue into January because that's what happened last year, and then into February, and it may end in March. That's what I'm thinking.
yeah. Like I said, there's cases for both sides. There's cases for we're actually like deeper into the bull run than we think we are, and then there's cases for like the bull run is just beginning. So I think we're somewhere in the middle, and we just kind of got to be on guard, have our alerts set, and just paying attention to the market.
Now he's saying that he expects it to go to March and June. Um, I can see, I can, it, I, you know what, to me, I can see that. And the reason why is people forget that once XR, like, I think that a lot of the hesitation, Brianna, is
Mm-hmm.
that based off of what's going on with the XRP case, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the reason why you haven't really seen the market rip like it did in 17 or really go crazy, crazy, even though some people think we have, is because of the fact that the SEC case is kind of has institution doing the 1 foot in, 1 foot out type of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And I think once the XRP case is settled, or if they win, I think it's just going to go crazy. And I think XRP is going to do well throughout the whole year,
The whole
easily.
year.
Whole 2022, yes. I don't think XRP will ever dip below, $1 or $10 again once it gets to that certain mark, right? That's what I think. Because I was hoping that the XRP case would be done by this month, but now they're talking about February. And so if
Mm-hmm.
XRP case gets settled or done in February, and then XRP starts ripping, um, because it's been so pressed so long, XRP is going to just keep going and going. But once again, this is just my theory. I, it's all contingent on when the XRP case gets settled or done, and then I think you're gonna see something crazy. Now, this guy is saying that he thinks it's gonna go up to 200 trillion. I ain't never said nothing like that. I know people think I talk crazy, but I ain't never said 200 trillion. I don't know where he's getting this from. That's 100x. None of us have ever seen anything like an entire asset, which is a as rich and deep asset class with many things going up 100x. Okay, Brianna, let's entertain this for a second because do I see crypto going up 100x maybe in 5, 10 years from now? Sure, I can easily see that even within 5, 10 years, easily. But he's saying this 200 trillion by like June. Whatever he is drinking, I want to sip of that. Why do you think? Do you think maybe he misspoke, or am I taking that out of context? Maybe he means 200 trillion in total, or because it looks like to me he's saying 200 trillion by June. Let's just fib around with this for a second. What do you think it would cause if the crypto market went to 200 trillion, like in such a short span within 8 months?
The only way I really see that being feasible is if like utility and mass adoption all come at once all of a sudden. I could see in a fairy tale world, I could see like if the SEC loses the case, and the institutional adopters are allowed to enter the way they want to. Maybe because they're the only ones that hold enough money to kind of move the market like that to grow that much. Like we don't have enough money, even with us printing the dollar as much as we do. We don't have enough money in retail to kind of get all the way up to that. So I think if the case is one perfect, like beautiful scenario, sure, let's go for it, 200 trillion. But realistically, I'm seeing, I think I've told you this before, I'm seeing anywhere from 6 to 10 trillion this cycle. And I think that's realistic.
Yeah, and I said 5 to 15. I know that's a big gap,
That's
but
huge.
that's because nobody really knows what's about to happen. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I think it's going to be 5 to 15, but who knows, right?
Mhm.
Anything is possible. Now, U.S. Senator Ted Cruz proposes to accelerate crypto adoption. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Now, U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, as you know, he's from Texas, submitted the Adopting Cryptocurrency in Congress as an exchange of payment for transactions, aka accept, resolution on Monday proposing that administrative managers on Capitol Hill engage in the services of merchants that accept cryptocurrencies as payment. So he says the current solution aims to support digital cryptocurrency payments in congressional gift shops. Okay, stop right there. Is this all they care about is lining up their own pockets? Really? Congressional gift shops?
Yep, you can buy your American flag with Bitcoin, Ethereum.
No, I mean, it's crazy. Now, Cruz admits his proposal as consumers embrace digital assets and a growing number of merchants begin to accept crypto payments nationwide. Senator Cruz has been at the forefront of cryptocurrency adoption among U.S. legislators, even suggesting last month that his native state of Texas should utilize natural gas flares for Bitcoin mining. His comments earned praise from Coinmetrics co founder Nick Carter, who said that Cruz's ideas were absolutely right. So what's your take on that? That Ted Cruz is trying to push this mass adoption bill or what have you?
Well, I think any type of push for mass adoption is good for the space. I think that he's a proponent of it is good for the space. I would hope that he could get some of his other senator buddies and lawmakers in on that because that's kind of what we're going to end up talking about today is that other countries are starting to see that crypto is going to be around in the long term, and they're making provisions, making the regulations like a little more soft for crypto and not being so hard on it like America's being. So I think adoption and coming from the congressional standpoint will help with adoption coming nationwide because we know America you know, leads a lot of things. And if they take, the lead on that in adopting crypto, then the rest of the world will follow.
Okay, certainly. And now we have another topic. I think you will appreciate this because it relates to one of your passions. Kevin Durant's new SPAC firm to focus on crypto and blockchain. So, superstar baller Kevin Durant, who plays for the Brooklyn Nets. Do you like Kevin Durant? Is he one of your favorite players? Or are you a
He's
LeBron fan?
I like Braun. I like any player that plays good basketball, and I like both of them.
Okay, who's your favorite player?
I don't have a favorite male player, honestly.
O-
Um,
Okay, who's your favorite female player?
my current favorite female player is Candace Parker. My
Okay.
favorite female player of all time, Lisa Leslie.
Okay. Yeah, Candace Parker, she fine. I would, I think I would. Um, okay, so Kevin Durant, a two-time NBA champion, has launched a special proposed acquisition company, SPAC or SPAC, to look at collaborating with technology-driven businesses, including cryptocurrency enterprises. The firm was established in conjunction with Durant's business associate, Rich Kleiman. Durant, who was an early Coinbase backer, isn't done exploring the sector yet. His new SPAC company is planning to invest in crypto blockchain and related businesses. Now, this is good news. You hear all these athletes, right? Brianna got into it. Tom Brady signed a big deal with a block exchange, as well as Steph Curry and now Kevin Durant. I mean, you know that these basketball players and professional athletes, wherever the money is, they're always going to try to be there first, right? The
Mhm.
rich and wealthy, right? What do you make of this? That an NBA superstar, an all star, a champion like Kevin Durant is creating his own, firm that focuses on crypto and blockchain technology. What does that tell you?
Well, that tells me that Katie's forward thinking, and it's kind of in line with the congressman we just talked about. It's a sign of mass adoption, like you said. The NBA players that are in the know, they're following the money. Like a lot of NBA, NFL, even some MLB I've seen have been requesting to be paid in crypto and Bitcoin and things like that. So I think going forward, this is going to become more of the norm because we all know like crypto is the future and it's not going to be so much of a speculative investment soon. It'll be like the way of life and everyone will have to adopt. And the early adopters like Katie will take advantage of that, being first to go public with
Okay,
it.
awesome. And then the last article before we get into the main topic is NFTs and play to earn a future of gaming industry, says EA boss, the boss of EA Sports. Major video game publisher Electronic Arts sees NFTs, non fungible tokens, and blockchain based games as the future of the industry. So, in this article, it talks about wider adoption. The CEO of EA Sports is named Andrew Wilson, and he said that NFT and play to earn games are the gaming industry's future, even though it's still early to figure out how that would work. Widely known as a business oriented company that utilizes the pay to win model in several games. Now, the popularity of titles such as Axie Infinity shows that play to earn products could easily find a solid player base if the product is well refined. In such games, players gain in game digital assets by completing daily quests, defeating monsters, and besting other players in arenas. Those assets have real life monetary value and can be sold on crypto exchanges. So yeah, I mean, I've talked about this in the past, right, Brianna, where in the future you're gonna, if your aunt, Kira, for example, meets some dude on out and about, and she asks, "Yo, what do you do?" And he's gonna be like, "Oh, I make money playing video games," right? But he's not like a big gamer. But
Mm-hmm.
there's a possibility that a lot of people now can live their most absolutely uh, fan, fan, fantastic fantasy life where you get paid playing video games all day. Now, I remember when I was a kid, I could play video games for 12 hours and I wasn't getting paid. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think of this, Brianna? That could be a real possibility now that the everyday average person could make a living basically playing their favorite game and earning that in NFTs or crypto.
I definitely have to agree with that. I think a lot of people game, and there's different avenues and arenas in gaming. Like right now, to my knowledge, there's no sports related gaming cryptos that exist. So I can see like EA and the different people, the NBA 2Ks, NBA Lives, the people who make those, and they can jump on that before somebody comes up with some sporting version of a gaming thing that people will love because I mean, we've all played games like computer wise or phone wise, please. So I think that with the gaming coming in, I think that the bigger companies that create these games, they kind of would be missing out if they didn't take advantage of the play to earn system and utilizing crypto in that. And I think again, this is all a part of mass adoption. And I think this would be a nice area for people to take advantage of now.
Is that something that you would be interested in the future, possibly?
I don't really play games, but I've invested in a few gaming coins. Even like things I don't even like. There's one that's similar. It's like a Mario. It's called Doge Dash. It's memey, of course, very memey, but I think it has a little potential because the game looks fun. It reminds me of Mario when I was a kid. It's colorful, it's bright. You know, you jump up and down, you knock out things, you get coins. And the fact that you're doing that and you're earning money as you go, like it's like a win-win. The game is fun to play and you get paid for it. So I think this is the new wave. Like NFTs were the huge new thing that came out in 2020 into 2021. I think their utility is just going to grow, and it's mixed with the gaming. I think that area is going to be like the new hot thing in crypto.
Oh yeah, and I totally agree with you. And I actually talked about that back on Monday when I interviewed Elijah Assets. That NFT and gaming coins, they're gonna explode here within the next 5 years. And I think in the next bull run, right, especially 2024 going into 2025, you're gonna see them probably. It wouldn't shock me if they become huge, because you already seen what's happening in this bull run, how meme tokens and NFTs basically have taken over,
Mm-hmm.
and blue chip coins, as I like to call them, and utility coins have really taken a back seat. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Um, Now here's a good question, Brianna. I'll leave this one for you.
Oh
Is it
man,
a good time to sell ADA Cardano for gaming crypto?
I'm gonna put a huge not financial advice before I answer this. This is
Wait,
just me personally.
I thought you was a financial advisor. I thought that's what you was here for.
Yeah, you gotta hire me for that. You gotta hire me for that.
I
But
feel you. I feel you.
my just my not financial advice on this. I believe that ADA is gonna do well going forward. Um, but my personal policy, especially in this bull run, with coins that have already done their 100x's, their 1000x's, like ADA's what 100x from last year solo or the year
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
it was
so
at
me
like
personally, I have a very small portion of ADA, and I have nice size bags of gaming coins just because a lot of them are in the micro cap range. A lot of them are less than, $1 billion, $500 million. So I think they have a lot of room to grow. And Axie Infinity kind of showed like we were all sleeping on gaming coins. So any of these gaming coins can be the next Axie Infinity, and that can, like I said, be the next new wave. While ADA, yes, is going to do well, but I don't think they have another 100x in them at least anytime soon. No. So if that's your goal, is to 100x your money, I think gaming might be the way to go. But if you are more of a safe investor and you have like more money and you're just trying to guarantee the flip, I think ADA is the way to go.
right. I agree with that, and I don't. I mean, I agree with what you're saying that gaming coins, NFTs are the wave. I mean, look at me. If I didn't jump into the whole NFT space right away, because I was sleeping on it for a
Mhm.
minute, and then I kind of woke up, like I said, about a month and a half ago. I mean, I was paying attention, but I wasn't paying. I mean, there's only so much attention you can pay, right? Because the ecosystem is just so vast.
Mhm.
You've got coins that deal with real estate, blockchain, smart contracts, right? You've got
Mhm.
your peer-to-peer coins that deal with cross-borderless, XRP, XLM. You've got coins that deal with gaming, NFTs. You've got coins that deal with, other things, right? Like if I, just a bunch of other stuff. Let me keep it appropriate, right? So it can get overwhelming, but I'm so glad that I started to pay attention, because it's like if it wasn't for that, I might have slept on Empire Token. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, but yeah, I mean, I do agree with you, Brianna, that this is going to be a huge space. I mean, if you look at some of these coins, like you look at Mana, right? It's only 247. Engine Coin was at like $1.30 a month ago, and it's at 297 now. Sandbox has had a nice run. Gala is doing pretty nice. It's at 9 cents. That's one that could explode. Hero's been talked about. Meta
Mhm.
Hero. Hold on, let me star these two for sure. Let me make sure. Hold on, let me log in too while I do that. But th- I mean, it's a really slept on space, and
Mhm.
I think this space, as I told you, I mean, it has done very well. But I think it's going to explode, in the next cycle, the 2024, 2025, because there's going to be games and ecosystems and NFTs coming out that we haven't thought of yet that'll come out with a use case and whatnot. But I'm glad that we're getting, if you're looking at gaming coins, NFTs now, you are in super duper early. Because
Right.
I think that next cycle, that's going to be like the wave. And I think next cycle, you're going to notice in 2024, man, I can't believe we're already talking about that, because I think that'll be like the last major hoorah, right?
Mhm.
2024, 2025. But I think that next cycle, my emphasis will be particularly on gaming and NFT tokens, but also on like energy tokens, tokens that deal with energy, in regards to lowering emissions costs, stuff like that, along with space type tokens, right? Because you see how now people are trying to, how this whole space movement is being pushed, where now you can visit space, fly up there, and I don't know, just fly up there and come back, I guess.
Well, like, what are they
Um,
doing up there?
you know what I'm saying? So I think those are type of tokens plus AI based tokens, right? Artificial intelligence that'll deal with blockchains in regards to the workplace, because automation is coming. There's going to be a lot of people that, you know, they're still going to not want to work. So these AI robots are going to take over. So I think the space is going to, because if you think about it, Brianna, 4 years ago, if you would have told me, hey, there's going to be things called NFT and gaming tokens are going to take over, I would have been like, huh? What's an NFT 4 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now it makes so much sense. And so I think that wherever the technology goes, blockchain will be the trendsetter of that, and which crypto is part of, right? It's based
Mm-hmm.
off of blockchain technology. So it's very exciting times. Is there anything you want to add to that, Brianna, or you want to move on to the next
Yeah, I'm good to
presentation?
go on.
Huh?
I said I'm good to go on.
Okay, good, good. All right, so guys, Brianna's got a presentation if you want to share your screen. And I'm excited because then I get to shut up and listen. So, you know, here
Oh,
we go.
shoot.
Please, guys, hit the like button. Likes are free. If you want to support the channel, likes are free. Cash App, Super Chat is enabled. All of that. Plus, we got the Trendsetter Cryptocurrency course as well. We got a promotion on right now. If you use promo code 1, you get 10% off. And of course, if you're on Patreon, anybody signed up on Patreon, we have a promo code where you get 50% off, but you got to be a Patreon member for that. So, you know. All right.
Oh, shoot. So when I share, I'm supposed to not share audio, right?
Um, it's just supposed to, it just share screen.
Okay.
Hmm.
It said something about an echo. Okay. I think we're good now. All right. Okay. All right, so this presentation is going to be about the best crypto-friendly places to move. We had a few questions about that in the last show. So we decided it would be a good idea to share with you some of the top countries and top states if you're not able to move internationally, where you can kind of get the most bang for your buck with crypto. So why should you consider moving? The primary reason is because tax liability is a concern of many crypto investors. A lot of questions I get are, how can I avoid taxes? How can I evade taxes? How can I not pay taxes? Any variation of that question, I get it a lot. So one of the primary ways you can do that, because America isn't really all that receptive to crypto, and at least in the terms of letting us keep our funds. So there's a lot of other countries that are allowing people to come in and invest in cryptocurrency and not be taxed for it. So the top countries I've chose are Belarus, the Cayman Islands, Puerto Rico, Portugal, and Singapore. So in Belarus, they passed a law in 2018 that exempts individuals and corporations from taxes related to cryptocurrency until 2023. So the good thing about this is that not only can you move and avoid the cryptocurrency capital gains taxes, but you can also trade through your business and you won't have those business capital gains taxes either. And this includes mining, buying, holding, and selling cryptocurrency. So Belarus is a great choice in Eastern Europe.
Oh, really? Eastern Europe, huh?
Eastern Europe.
Wait, go back. Okay, I'm not going to do it. But Eastern Europe, okay. All right, all right.
No, we're not starting with you and your pogs.
Hold on a second. Let me read the super chat. I got you. The Nightway said with the £5. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the knowledge. Appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you supporting real content, bro. Salute to you. All right.
All right. No pogs if you go to Eastern Europe. Another popular choice is the Cayman Islands, which is a well-known tax haven and obviously has beautiful weather. It's a tax neutral country. This means that they have no income tax, no property tax, no capital gains tax, no payroll tax, or withholding tax. So basically, any money that you make, it doesn't matter how you make it, you won't have to pay any taxes on it. The way that they do earn revenue from their inhabitants is from fees related to tourism, work permits, financial transactions, import duties. And a lot of people don't know what import duties are. So that's like when they import cars, if they import sugar, if they import anything like that, there's taxes that are levied at the ports and they charge the residents taxes for those. And that's kind of how they fund their government and their
Ah,
things that our government would normally fund from our tax money.
okay, Brianna, I got a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I don't want to move to the Cayman Islands, but I do want my business to be there,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I have my business there, but I'm not living there personally. Would and then everything is through my business, so it's legit. I mean, I have an office there, and I am involved in the business. But then would that still qualify then under those tax breaks? Since I don't live there individually, but my business is based there.
Yes. So since the Cayman Islands has already been a tax haven for businesses as a whole, you can register your business. So the way most people do it is they'll have a corporation that's American and they'll have a subsidiary that they do all their financial business through that they register in the Cayman Islands so that all their finances they run through that subsidiary. That way they're taxed the way they would be if they lived in the Cayman Islands.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's that Jack Tran game right there that you get. You know who Jack Tran is?
I don't.
He's a popular YouTuber who makes like videos on how rich people get away with tax breaks and stuff like that. But some of the methods are kind of sketchy. I'm not gonna lie.
You're gonna have to send me that.
Yeah, I will. I mean, and his videos are really good though. I like the content, very good quality. Okay,
All right. So our next option is Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico is a territory of the U.S., but it's considered a foreign country when it comes to your taxes.
wait, can you
So
say that again?
it's a territory of the U.S., but when it comes to taxes, it's considered a foreign country. So
Okay,
that
cool.
means any money earned in the U.S. has to be taxed in the
So
U.S. Any
so
money earned in Puerto Rico
that,
has to be
that
taxed there.
that answers the question in the chat. Okay, dope, dope, dope. Okay.
Okay. So both businesses and individuals are excluded from capital gains taxes on crypto assets if those assets are obtained after moving to the island. So, an
Mm,
example, if I am in America until June, that's half of the year, and I bought some crypto at the beginning in January, and I own that crypto when I leave in June, 6 months worth of me holding it, those gains in that time frame will be taxed under American law and on American tax return. And then the other 6 months would be taxed under, well, not taxed because you'd be living in Puerto Rico. Um, so in order to get this tax treatment, it requires the eligible investors to be bona fide residents of Puerto Rico. And this means that you or your immediate family, well, you and or your immediate family must be present in Puerto Rico. That means you must reside there. You can't live somewhere else and then go to Puerto Rico for 2 weeks and say, oh, I live here. You have to actually reside there. The tax home test, that means you don't have a tax home outside of Puerto Rico. And your tax home is basically considered where you earn your money. That's your tax home. So you can't have earned income elsewhere. Then your closer connection test, that's individual does not have a closer connection to the U.S. or another foreign country than they do to Puerto Rico. So that means that that you conduct your business and you live primarily in Puerto Rico, and you can't do these things in other countries or America, or you'll have to adhere to their tax laws.
okay.
So the very, very simplest way to do this, if you move all the way to Puerto Rico, you move your business to Puerto Rico if you have one, or if you're just doing crypto, you do all of that in Puerto Rico, and you are under these tax law where you don't have to get taxed on your capital gains.
Okay. Before you move on, we do have a couple questions in the chat. So,
Mhm.
all right. And first, shout out to C3. He says, fun fact, the U.S. is attempting to declare Puerto Rico as a tax state. PR might not be an option soon. Trying to close all doors and tax great you. Okay. We know what that means. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, that would be unfortunate, right? But I understand why, because they don't want just people to get the benefits of, right, and not contribute to the local economy, right?
Mhm.
So that makes a lot of sense to me. Um, Olanasi David says, can someone move individually to the Cayman Islands and how?
Uh, how do you, well, yes, you could move, and I guess the how, um, you would pack your things up and go. I don't know if there's a different meaning that I'm not understanding from their question, but in general, anywhere that you could move to, you just kind of, I hope, visit first, get a feel for it in their laws, and you figure out their citizenship requirements, and then you comply with those and you move. And I
Okay.
think that's the same with pretty much any country.
Eamon Perry says, can they change the law since it's part of the USA and
Well, I
Puerto
think
Rico?
the first question kind of answered that.
Y-
They're trying. I guess that's going to be coming down the pipeline at some point. That they're going to try to take
Yeah,
this tax haven away. So the answer to that is yes. America just doesn't want us to be great. So
yeah.
this may not be an option soon.
Mm. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, what? No.
okay. Did you? Okay, go ahead. Move to the next slide. I'm not
Okay.
trying to interrupt your flow. Go ahead.
All right. So Portugal is the next option. Individuals, and you want to highlight individuals here. They are not taxed on capital gains resulting from the purchase or sale of crypto. And they're also not taxed on crypto that's received as payment for goods or services. So basically, any transactions involving cryptocurrency for an individual person, there is no capital gains taxes in Portugal. However, corporations, if they receive cryptocurrency as payment, they incur taxes and they pay them as they would for any normal capital gains taxes in that country.
Even if you like cash out the crypto and then paying in fiat.
No, that any taxable events involving the
Yeah.
reception of cryptocurrency in the business would trigger capital gains for the business. So
Yeah,
Portugal is very, very individual friendly, but not so much corporation friendly.
I see. I see.
All right, and then we have Singapore, which in general, it's one of the most stable and well-developed economies in the world. And it's also one of the most supportive of crypto and business in general. So the Monetary Authority of Singapore, they believe that crypto must be monitored to prevent, illegal activity, but they also believe that the innovation in the space shouldn't be stifled. So they're kind of giving crypto a little leeway, and they exempt cryptocurrency from any capital gains taxes for businesses and individuals.
Okay. Singapore might be where
Might be it.
why are you laughing?
It might be. It might
I
be
didn't even
it.
say nothing. And you laughing already. I just said Singapore might be a spot
I
where
wonder why.
the vibes, you know,
Oh,
it's a
vibes,
beautiful
huh?
city. It's a beautiful country. Come on now, like if I listen, because Brianna, I'm 10 years from now, I'm planning to have multiple businesses in multiple countries.
Mm-hmm.
So Singapore might be like, my spot if I want to go there in the spring real quick and just chill, and I'll have a business there too, and that'll be run by Ling Ling and Sakura, and it'll be all
Oh,
good.
the names. Next. So if you guys want to take a screenshot or a picture, take note of these countries. Um, they are also great options that are crypto friendly. Um, we just wanted to keep the presentation not too long. I could have done a slide on all of them, but
Yeah, and
they're,
I've talked about Malaysia, Germany, and Malta before. Those
mm-hmm.
are great places. Switzerland, great place. Germany is you know, very pog friendly. I've lived there before. Oh, Brianna, where you going? Wait, Brianna, yo, come back. Yo, she just left, y'all. She just like, oh, come on, Brianna, that was a joke. No, I'm joking.
uh,
She's still here. Malaysia, Malta's. I definitely want to check out Malta though. That's a dope spot from what I've heard. So definitely want to check that out.
right. So we're gonna move on. So if you're not open to going international, or you have family ties and you want to stay in the states and deal with the federal portion of the taxes, the best places for you to live are on your right. because they don't have any state taxes. So you will still have those federal capital gains rules, but at least on the state level, you won't be taxed on those 7 states to the right. And on the left, the states that have the most crypto friendly regulations as of now are Colorado, Ohio, Texas, California, and Wyoming. So it looks like the only one that shares both is Wyoming. Not a likely place that a lot of people want to live, but it looks like for crypto regulations and crypto taxation, that might
I
be where you
mean,
want to be.
Wyoming, if you don't want to be bothered on some Kanye West tip, that would be the perfect place, right?
Yeah,
Like
you build
nobody
a
would,
nice house in front of the mountains, and you just
except the winters are brutal. But hey, if you already live in the Midwest like we do, then you're already used to it, right? So
Mhm. So that is the presentation. Very quick, short, and sweet.
okay. Anybody got any questions? Let us know. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got any questions? Let us know, and we'll answer them, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Usually when you're not here, they got a bunch of questions. You know what I'm saying? I guess they shy right now.
Oh, C3 like Singapore. Okay.
I've been to Singapore, amazing place, but it's quite difficult to migrate over there. That's why, like I said, I would have Sakura and Ling Ling. They would be the migrators, and Sakura would be the co CEO, and Ling Ling would be the
Ling Ling.
head office administrator.
I don't support this.
I'm talking about business. I
And
don't know what
Ling
you're talking about.
Ling. Ah,
I don't know what I'm talking business. Maybe I'll have a little, ramen shop out there, new, little pho shop out there, little restaurant, who knows? And we take crypto. Crypto is very, very popular in Asia. You know that, right? Like you already know.
mhm.
Like Asia's already like 5 years ahead of us when it comes to crypto. It's ridiculous.
Except China. China's hating, but I think that's all orchestrated too.
Yeah, yeah. China's in the crypto game as well, but they're trying to push that digital yuan that they got
Mhm.
because that's what they on. So, all right, guys. If we don't have any questions, I mean, then I guess we'll wrap it up. I mean, anybody got any questions on places to live? So, Brianna, let me ask you this. I mean, not to get too personal, but because I know I did ask you before, but I guess I'll ask you publicly. Have you thought of moving out the country or to another state, possibly after you cash out in the future, or are you planning on living where you're living?
I think our family ties are a little too deep for us to want to be far away because once we have kids and things, we want them to be around family. But perfect place for us, like we're from Florida, so that's always been on the list of possible relocation options just because all of our families down there. So family reasons, that's probably would be our choice. But otherwise, we just suck up the taxes and stay here.
Okay. Jay Cullen TV says, "What about the Caribbeans?"
Yeah, there's several Caribbean cities, several Caribbean countries that are
The
tax
Cayman
friendly.
Islands,
Yeah, there's a few. Antigua,
Antigua. Okay.
there's a
DYOR.
few. Yeah, there's a few.
DC asks, if you had 2K, would you invest in dot ecosystem or gaming such as UOS, CGG, PYR? All right, I'm gonna let you answer that first, Brianna, while I do some Googling. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, it's on you. Ling Ling!
I think I would split that. I think Dot's gonna do very well, and I think you could split it in conjunction with Dot. So there's two coins that are I think tied to the Dot ecosystem, um, Polka Bridge and Polka City, and those have both been doing very well. Literally the past like month or two, been doing very very well, and they still have some room to grow. So maybe a split between both. Like I said, Dot might be the next up. Dot might be the next Solana, and then anything on that Dot ecosystem, Polka, like I said, Polka Bridge, Polka City, things like that will probably do well also.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I'm not familiar with besides the ultra ones, but I would definitely get into Dot. Dot is one that I've been looking at since the beginning of this year. I just haven't got into it yet, but I'm waiting for the. I think I'm waiting for a massive correction or dip or a massive sell off, which I think we're gonna have a dip coming here soon, and then a massive sell off in at the end of December, and then things are just gonna go haywire. But I agree with you. I would put that into Dot, and then maybe split it into Solana as well if there's a massive dip. But then I would fudge it a little bit. I'd get into Empire token. I mean, all you need is really Empire, bro. Facts.
Really fast.
If listen,
Really, I want to say that whole 2K. I mean, you could just the potential of Empire. It's like
Empire.
a startup. It's like you have to believe that they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and if you do, there's no other opportunity like it in crypto right now because it's not a meme. It's a utility token, and it's taking utilities that the ones that aren't so hot right now, and they're doing those, and then they're also getting into the NFTs and eventually the gaming space also. So you got that nice combination of the old heads and then you got the new heads, and they're appealing to both. And it's all execution based at this point. But the planning that they have is 2K can if you're looking for one of those, 100 to 1,000 Xers with that 2K, do your own research, but
Not financial
Empire's not
advice.
looking too shabby.
Not financial advice. But no, I would split half into Dot and half into Empire, or maybe you could go four ways. Go Dot, Empire, Jasmy, Veracity, VRA,
VRA, that's one of
and
my top four.
get some storage because okay, this is something that a lot of people and I talked
Yeah,
about this
talk more
on
about the storage.
Monday. So storage started pumping hard randomly on Sunday, right? And then I started to think, why is it pumping? Because there's rumors that big companies are trying to get into it, like do partnerships like Meta and Google, right? And then there was a rumor going in one of the Telegram groups that said, if you think about all these new metaverses or these that Facebook, formerly Meta or formerly known as Facebook, trying to do, and these gaming coins, they're going to need a lot of terabytes, a lot of cloud storage. And so if you start to look at it, it makes sense that coins like Storage, spelled STORJ, not financial advice, and Filecoin and BitTorrent, they're going
Mhm.
to go through the roof because a lot of these companies are going to look for additional cloud space that are encrypted where you can utilize the peer-to-peer blockchain tech, right? Where you have people who have terabytes of space or they have space on their hard drive and they become validators of the network called nodes, right? And so if you have those people doing that, I mean, storage, BitTorrent, Filecoin, those are all gonna, go anywhere from 100 to 1,000x, right? Possibly. I'm not saying they will, but possibly in the future. So people got to understand this whole ecosystem of gaming and NFTs. It's gonna it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, and you're gonna see it. And a lot of you guys are gonna be living in the gaming world where you're gonna have your 10 pogs and your 10
Oh,
Bernices and 10 Linglings, but in the real world, it is what it is. Does that be on? Let's talk about that. Do you think that's gonna be a reality in the future where people, because you're already seeing it now with social media in a sense, where people are gonna live more in the virtual reality, in the metaverse as they call it, than in the real world? Do
yeah,
you
I
get what
think
I'm trying to say?
yeah, I think on an esoteric level, I think that all of this stuff is planned. The world is a show. You see that Meta is coming out with those virtual reality
And you know
headsets.
what meta
I
means in
haven't
Hebrew?
I
It
haven't
means
seen
death.
those until this week, and all of a sudden I'm getting ads for all these virtual reality headsets. And I think people, so many people don't want to live the life that they have. So it's like if they can create this reality and live whatever reality they want to, I think a lot of people would volunteer to just be a part of that virtual world instead of being a part of, the rough things that happen in everyday life. So I could totally see that.
I was gonna make a crazy joke, nothing women or Ling Ling related, but if I think that you know you're gonna hear of people that are maybe they're gonna there's gonna be pros, right, where it'll connect people from all over the world and it'll allow people to be creative, right, and it'll help in regards to exploding technology, right. But also I think a lot of people are gonna become addicted maybe in the future where they won't be able to differentiate between real life and the virtual world, because you've already
Mhm.
seen movies kind of like that, like there are a couple movies I can't think of their names right now where people get into this alternate reality and they just can't differentiate between real life. Like there was one show on Netflix. I don't want to reference it because it made brothers look really bad, but those brothers started thinking they were Asian.
That episode was not
that
what
episode
everybody
was
thinks it is.
that episode was crazy.
It was an interesting concept, but it wasn't what everybody says it is. That G word, I don't think that's what it was.
Well, them brothers started, but you see what happened in real life. Them brothers started saying, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like they
And
took it there.
they weren't that word. You know what I mean? So
I get it, but they took it there because it messed their mind. Like, okay, I don't want to get too graphic, but you saw the episode. It's on Black Mirror. Is that what it's called?
mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, I'm not advocating you watch the episode. I'm not advocating that you watch it. If you watch it, don't come here and blame me because I'm telling you that episode messed me up, guys. I
Yeah,
will.
no black male that I've interacted with received that well. I thought it was great, but I
Of
yeah.
course you did. Wait. We gonna have to give you the Jordan treatment on that. Nah.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
And just to be petty, I'm gonna put up Bernice. There we go. We got it. We gotta have that.
Bernice.
We gonna have put up. Yeah, there we go. Hi, Auntie Shira or Kira. Holla at me. I'm gonna have you looking like this on the yacht. Facts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Here's another one. Ready Player One. Now, Brianna, I'm gonna say something that I
Mhm.
already said before, but I'm gonna say it again because when it comes out, you're gonna be like, "Oh, Solo said this first." What movie's coming out around Christmas time this year? I'll give you a hint. The new Matrix is coming out around Christmas time this year. Now, there are rumors, and I'm not sure how true they are, that in the movie it's based on the future. Obviously, Matrix has a little future theme in it, and they're going to
Mhm.
have cryptocurrency in the movie. I mean, it's not going to be about cryptocurrency, but they'll show the Matrix people using cryptocurrency possibly in the
Mhm.
movie. So, what happens when the Matrix has a huge fan base, as you know, when millions of people go to watch the Matrix, they see this cryptocurrency being used in the movie, then they go watch television at home, and what's going to happen when Bitcoin is at 100,000? It's going to be on the news, right? Because
Mhm.
cryptocurrency, they're going to be like, "Hey, I just saw this on the Matrix. Let me get some." That's how people think, right?
Mhm.
Ready Player One. Have you seen that movie?
I have not seen that.
That movie, Brianna. If you want to see what the metaverse will look like, they
I've heard
showed
I've
it.
heard people say that the last couple of weeks.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Um, it's a good movie. It's deep. There are a lot of things that in the movie that I don't know if I want to touch on publicly. Wait, I did touch on it in my Patreon. I made a video about it. You probably didn't see it. You should probably go back. I talked about Ready Player One and how that coincides with the metaverse and virtual reality. So you should check that out. But you know what's crazy? Sometimes Hollywood, right? No matter how diabolical Hollywood is, sometimes they do
Mhm.
tell you what they're trying to do in the future, and people think it's
Predictive
just
programming.
entertainment.
Yeah.
But like these elites, they're so arrogant. They like to tell on themselves, and
Mhm.
people think it's just fun and games. We still don't have flying cars yet, but they do have the technology to make flying cars. I just want to let people know that we do have that. Anyway, um, Rare Grimbeat says in the new Matrix, Neo is going to be slacking, addicted to checking his sheet. It's funny.
That'll
I hope
start
so.
new bull run. For
Yeah,
sure.
man. Yeah. Brianna, let me ask you this last question, and then we'll wrap this up. Final words. Matter of fact, I'll ask you this last question, and then you can use that with your final words if you want.
Mhm.
Um, Shiba Inu obviously has taken a tumble today, and I've talked about how I have meme coin fatigue. Now, coin fatigue to me is where every time you wake up, somebody tells you about a new coin. Because I get emails and Patreon DMs and DMs on Instagram every day about people telling me, check this coin out, check that coin out. Do you think that that's what's going to happen to people? Is it's going to be so many meme coins that people are just going to be overwhelmed because it's like every coin, or do you think it doesn't matter because people are just going to look at an opportunity wherever they can go to make some money? They're just going to, they don't care. They're just going to throw a little bit of money in there and hope for the best. What's your take on meme coins? Do you think the meme coins have reached an oversaturation point? If yes, why? And if no, why? And then final words.
I say no, just because there's always going to be that new investor, i.e., me, when I got in the safe moon, that doesn't really know anything, and all they see is the previous meme coin 100x for somebody, 1,000x for somebody like Sheep, 1,000,000x for somebody. So there's always going to be people chasing that next biggest thing, and there's always going to be developers trying to make that next biggest thing. So I think meme fatigue and all that we're experiencing is going to continue. There's going to be new coins, as long as that dream is there, that one home run. People are going to throw $20 to $100 at every coin that comes across their table, just because one of them, they only need one to hit to be, successful. So me personally, I've actually experienced that, like, these past couple of weeks. I've had to kind of restrain myself and have some discipline and kind of focus on my top four. Like, I have about 15 coins in total, but really just focusing on my top four that I have significant money in, and just building my positions in those. Because what you don't want to do, you don't want to spread your funds too thin, because yes, you do just need one to hit, but if that one doesn't hit enough, you kind of like have too many losers mixing in with too little winners, instead of just researching and finding like a opportunity that you think is a winner, and just going kind of hard there and doing some diversification where needed. So I think that's what a lot of people are gonna, face the next couple of weeks. And I just encourage those people, like, be solid on your top coins, and yes, diversify, never go all in on one thing, but don't spread yourself too thin also. Oh, my top four in no order. I won't say the order. XRP, VRA, Veracity, Empire, and Sheep. Those are my top four.
Any other final words or?
Somebody asked me how to get in contact with me for my CPA and financial services. If you want to post my IG again, that's how you get in contact with me at the moment.
For sure. Give me just a moment because my
He wants
laptop.
the order. Okay. Iman, yeah, I'll give you the order. The order of what? The order of which ones I believe in the most, or the order of the most money that's in there? Because actually, the most money invested or the most money total, because those numbers are different. I have the most money invested in a coin that is not at the top of how much money I have in that coin. So my other coins have grown more than the one I had the most money
Maybe we should do a show on that, like
in.
top coins that we're invested in. We don't
And
necessarily
why?
amounts, huh?
And why? We could do that. I think,
Yeah,
yeah.
that could be our next show. All right, so here's Brianna's Instagram. Follow her on there. You know what I'm saying? And she does have a husband, so don't try to shoot your shot, guys. I don't want you guys to get killed. I think the brother was in the military too, right?
No.
Okay. I thought he was because he looked swole last time I talked to him. Like looked ready for some tactical warfare. Like, yeah, you the pod guy. He good. He talking about them pods. I know he ain't gonna try to do nothing. He good. He good. You know what I'm saying?
He's
Also,
gonna like
guys,
that you think he's swole. He's gonna like that.
you know what I'm saying? Check me out on Patreon, guys. I've been very active. Talking a lot. What future crypto millionaires must understand about the Brittany Renners in the world. I talked about that yesterday. 5 tips crypto millionaire investors use, and you should too. Advanced topics. I don't do really a lot of advanced topics on the channel. Top 10 crypto coins for the fourth quarter revised. I'm going to be doing another revision. This is the PDF format. And then we also have Brianna's crypto price prediction. I give her the credit for that. The template spreadsheet. You feel me? You got to be a Patreon for that. Moderators will post the Patreon in the chat. And yeah, guys, thank you for joining our show. God bless you, and we'll see you soon next week, right? Next week?
Next week.
All right, God bless y'all, and we out.